Okay, Kate and Jenna, this is Dave from WebGarden. This will be a rather long screencast tutorial about the High School Ethics Bowl page. So the first thing you need to know is that this section here at the top that goes all the way down currently to here, where it says register online, is all editable through the page interface at the moment. If you do have any edits for that page, please just send them to me for the moment. The coding here and the layout is fairly delicate, and if you go into, let's say, change, I don't know, the spelling of some word or change a comma or something like that, it could end up throwing off the formatting for this whole area. So again, anything from the very top of the page here all the way down to this register online area is all through the edit page interface and will not be part of this tutorial. If you do need to change anything there, please email me. This tutorial will really be focused on this section and down. So Washington State HSEB News, the generous sponsors section, and then also the archive section here. The place to edit that stuff is all going to be here on the dashboard. So let me actually start on the dashboard so that I'm giving you an accurate tutorial here. So the first thing you're going to go ahead and do from the dashboard is click here on High School Ethics Bowl. That will bring you to this page, and I'm going to just go ahead and minimize all of these. So you can see you can expand or contract these three areas, and I do recommend doing it that way. Otherwise, the page just gets almost overwhelmingly long. So let's take a quick look at the news section here. Really simple, ridiculously simple, actually. So really, all you're going to do here is input any current news that you want to have up there in that section. It really can be anything, text, images, etc. Anytime you're done or anytime you've edited something, go ahead and click this little save button. And then you can go ahead and minimize that. I'm not actually going to edit anything there because that's fairly simple. However, whoa, what's going on with the formatting there? I'm going to reload this page and just see really quick. Okay, not sure what was up with the formatting. You shouldn't see what I just saw at all, ever. But the current year's sponsors, I figured we can give them their own little section here on the website. So these are the sponsors for the I guess it really needs to be 2017. So let me go ahead and change that here. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm going to have to make a small edit there. But anyway, for the moment, let's just not worry about that. That's going to be this code. I'm going to just change it to 2017, upload that file, or update this file, rather. And what we should see here is 2017 instead of 2016. Yep, there we go. So anyway, these are the 2017 High School Ethics Bowl sponsors, and the way that you enter those is through this interface right here. So you can see that I've actually uploaded all of the ones for this current year. But let's just say that this one, the WIAA, was actually missing. So I'm going to just delete that and show you guys how to edit it and then reposition it here at the top. So the organization, WIAA, I'm going to go grab the sponsor logo, which is already here in the media library. So if we give it just a moment, there's that sponsor logo. And last but not least, and I'm going to cheat here and copy the link location, but you just go ahead and paste in the actual sponsor link URL, which in this case is wiaa.com. I'm going to add that as an entry. And then once that's done adding itself, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here. You'll notice it's in the 7th position. And I'm going to go ahead and drag it all the way up to the top. Sometimes what you'll find is that it's actually easier to drag it into the 2nd position and then move whatever is first down below. It's because it can be a little tricky to get it right there between that number sign and this little line in order to get it properly into the 1st position. So The order that you see them here in this list is the order that they will appear here in 5 columns. So if you had, 3 more sponsors, they'd appear here, here, and there, right across the page. And if you had 15, they would simply make another row. So you can have as few or as many as you want with this particular construct. So that should all be pretty simple, just 3 little fields here. Let's move on to the archive info section. That's a little bit more complicated. You can see why I go ahead and minimize these things, because the list tends to get fairly long. So again, not quite sure why this is appearing with this strange formatting. If that does, wow, jeez, sorry. Okay, again, not sure what's up with that odd formatting, but if that does happen to you, reload the page. It really shouldn't, though it definitely is. I will try and look into that. Not really sure what's going on, but what I'd suggest is open up whatever section it is and then reload the page. That does seem to be helping a bit. Get those to appear correctly. So anyway, we're in the HSEB archive info section, and let's just take a look at the most recent year here. So 2016 is the year. The description was actually taken from the old page, and then there was actually an image that I think I removed from that, which is why that's still showing up strangely. Anyway, you can also see I took a random photo from some of the Ethics Bowl stuff. I believe this was one with a team holding a trophy. I guessed and thought maybe it was the Seattle Academy, but I had no idea. So anyway, it also gives you an opportunity to input first, second, third places and the award for civil dialogue, in addition to making a list of sponsors for that particular year. And then you'll notice we go down to the next year. So let's just take a look at the input interface for that. You input the year, you input whatever description for that year you want to place in there. You can optionally upload a photo that will appear on the right-hand side here. You can see there's a photo for each of these listings. And then over here you can indicate first, second, third place, and the award for civil dialogue. And last but not least, you can have a list, a simple list of sponsors. Once you are done entering information for any particular year, you're going to go ahead right here and hit this little Add Entry button. And that's all you'll actually need to do to add another entry into the archive. So once you're all done, you can always come back here and check your work and make sure that everything got entered correctly. Like right here, you can see there's an extra space. Right here, there's a lot of extra spaces. So I'm going to go back in and fix those. But I wanted to send this little tutorial on to you guys so that you knew how to at least access this information. That being said, I think the page in general is pretty well composed at the moment. We've got the video. We have a nice little quote here, some photos. Let's just show you the resources page, or the resources toggle. So these are the resources for that everyone might find helpful and useful. These right here are resources for coaches and teams, and then right over here is for judges, which includes a link to PSU workshops and the tips for judges video, which you can see opens in a nice little overlay. The next section, and you'll note that you can always toggle and untoggle these. The next section is just a little bit of information on registration. So I ended up finding a map that led directly to the School of Law, which I guess is up here on the campus. If you guys don't want to use this map, no problem. Just please let me know. Happy to go ahead and change that to the photo that you just sent me, Kate. But you'll see it has all of the information, the pertinent information, a little bit of information about registration, the registration deadline, some instructions, and then even a little bit of information about PayPal and check payments. And then last but not least, the Register Online section. And the idea here is that we have a little message right here. Jenna, I took this from the really long and wordy um, text up here at the top of the page, and just felt it was a little more pertinent to actually have that right here with the Register Online section. You can see that there's three columns here. One is the actual form where you're inputting the name of the school. Coach 1, first and last name. Coach 2, if there is any second coach. You can select the number of teams you want to register for. Input a phone number, email address, their physical address, and then right here is the line that we're asking for either a transaction ID for PayPal or the check number. And last but not least, you're going to go ahead and click this I'm Not a Robot button as a reCAPTCHA and then submit the form by clicking right here. PayPal payments, really simple, really easy. You're just going to select the number of teams and then click the Buy Now button. And then there's the instructions again here for the check payments and where to send them. University of Washington, Center for Philosophy for Children, Department of Philosophy, etc., etc. So I believe that is finally the end of this little tutorial. Please reach out, let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, with anything between this word right here, we, and this registration form, please do not try and edit yourselves for the moment. Please send me an email with any edits you have, and I'll try and incorporate them before we go live. Thank you, and goodbye.